rid of them. Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. We have got a little Q&A style video today.
Yeah, I put a message on mine and Natalie's joint Instagram, Nat and Ethan, asking you lot to send in questions for all things engagement, how it went down, and yous have sent in a lot of questions.
Yeah, so it's basically all the juicy gossip of everything that you've not seen other than the stunning video we got whilst we were away. I still sit here like this, like, didn't dream it.
It's one of the mad things, like, a lot of people have asked us, haven't they, like outside of it, like why did you film? Did you film it for work? And I'm like, well, no. Like, obviously, it's great to share that moment with you lot, but also like, it's a video now that we've got for life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
so
like,
memorabilia.
And like, you give kids 5-10 years, and they're able to watch a TV and remember stuff. Like they
if
can
I have kids in that time.
Yeah, obviously. But like, you'd be able to share that memory with your kids.
Yeah, you just get to
well.
watch back on it. Like, obviously, it's kind of our job to put our lives in the public eye. And we do that, and that's one of the reasons why we did it, but also for ourselves. Like, as much as we do a lot for you lot, we also do it for us as well.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, though. That it's not
Yeah.
just a one-sided thing.
You get to share it.
Yeah, sharing's caring.
Yeah, and it was too beautiful to not put out there.
Let's just go straight into the questions. Would you like me to go first or you?
Yeah, how are we doing this? Should we just see what the question is and give our take on it? We tend to talk over each other and argue after like 2 questions.
Yeah, so if this video suddenly says it's only like 10 minutes long, just know at the end of the video
we've got divorced already.
Yeah, we've probably argued. So I'll choose, the way we'll do it is, I'll ask a question from the list, and that's to you. Okay. So then you answer, and then I'll answer.
Okay, got it.
And then vice versa. When you ask a question, I'll answer first.
Well, why don't you just ask all the questions on your phone? I'll give a take, you give a take. We're already going to start getting
What if I want to go first?
Question 1.
Question 1. Megan says, how long have you guys been together?
2 years. Let me work this out actually. Officially, 2 years, 1 month, and 15 days.
Is that actually how long?
Mhm.
Which obviously in hindsight to probably a lot of people doesn't sound like a long time, but the easiest cringiest way I can say is like me and Nat did have a relationship on Love Island time.
Not on Love Island, on Love Island time.
Yeah, I said that on Love Island time.
No, I know, but I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, like obviously me and Nat, when we met, we were both self-employed, so like them days that we wouldn't be working or we had a lot more freer time, we would spend half a day together.
Let's cut it. I met you once and then I moved in. And I don't think we've spent longer than the equivalent of 3 weeks in that time apart.
Yeah, probably.
In 2 years, 1 month and 15 days, I'd say the entire time we've been apart and purely for me going away for work would be about 3 weeks.
I've had 1 or 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'd go away like every other month for 2 nights. So like add all them up.
They build up.
I'd say about a month apart in total of 2 years. If you're working every day that week, which 99% of people are, you tend to only see your partner at the weekends or evenings.
Yeah, like, or especially at the beginning, like you just go for like a date or like an hour coffee, or do you know what I mean? Like
we'd go for 24-hour shopping trips.
Like I do get it. Like,
we booked a holiday within 2 months.
Did we really?
Well, we went away in the June. We met in the March, April.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right.
God, we did move quick, didn't we?
You'll go.
Oh, is this where we're doing it? When do you think you will get married? So this is the question I should be answering first.
Okay, you can answer it.
We had a literal debate over what year we'd get
married.
married.
Do you know what it is? I just know this question Nat was gagging to answer first, but yeah, go on, explain.
So he's already started off on a negative. If you want to get a divorce, you just let me know.
No, G, you're not married yet, but go on, you answer.
So, we and ahed about whether it be next year or 2027, and we had pros and cons for each. We have looked online at some venues, and very soon we will be going to view some. We've probably got about 8 that we're going to go see, but we are basing it solely off whichever one we like, it's what dates they have available.
Yeah, the perk of it is in hindsight is we're not in a mad rush.
No.
I'd rather wait longer for the best venue that we both love and adore, and it's the dream, than go, oh, do you know what?
We'll go for a different one because it's earlier.
The thing is, everyone's different. Our priority is more the venue than it is the date, isn't it? Where some people sometimes... I've
got a 3 or 4 month period of the year that I want to get married.
I'm not touching you, don't worry.
And we're not saying if that's like June, July, January, February, December. Like, we're not saying what month it'll be, but I've got a period of the year that I want to get married in, and that will again then base on if the venue we absolutely adore, and we have got one that we
As
think,
of right now,
yeah,
like
just
from
seeing
scrolling.
online, that we love. If that came to it, we know already that their dates only apply in 2027. So we're like, if we're blown away and we're obsessed with it, we will go 2027. If we find a venue that does offer 2026 and it seems like we can get the ball rolling, we would just go for it. But there's pros and cons to both. We're not in a rush, but we're not delaying it. It's just whatever feels natural, whatever dates work best for us, the venue, family, friends. And you know what? You can't please everybody. I'm having people bombard me with what dates are you getting married because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, you can't appeal to everybody. Like, if I've got my date with my venue and my immediate
It's the one day,
family,
like, yeah, it's the one day, like, bar your birthdays, but your birthday's your birthday. It's your one day of your life where the whole day is about you and me.
it's not even like your birthday's on repeat every 12
No, but
months.
do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, is once in a lifetime, touch wood, is like, it's our day, like, that's it, end of, full stop, nothing else.
Like, I'm not selfish and I'm not like doing it for any other reason, but if respectfully, like the most respectful way I can say it, if that date, time, venue is all that we can get and that suits me and Ethan,
sounds like a you problem.
like, move your holiday if you really want to come. If you don't, like, I would never hold a grudge against anyone who said I can't make it, or for what, even if it was because you were going to a birthday party, like, or you were having a barbecue that day, like,
It's
do you
your
know what I mean?
choice.
Yeah.
Like, it's, yeah, that's the best way to sort of say it. Did you have a feeling that Ethan was going to propose to you?
Yes.
Shock.
Every woman will know.
Yeah, every woman will know. You have a tingle and a feeling. It's bloody spidey
No,
sense.
he got really offended when I said I didn't know it was coming. That wasn't what I said. I had inklings it could happen. But as I've said to you, like, don't take that too, like, negatively, because it was still the biggest surprise. I'd said to you, the inklings I had, Ethan, 1, can't lie, 2, can't hide things, and 3 is really bad at keeping a secret. To me,
Yeah, to you, yeah.
because we tell each other everything. So what he was doing throughout the day, I had inklings, but also I didn't have an inkling until about 2 days before. You kept bringing the ring, like, very discreet. When I had inklings that you'd bought the ring and you were going to events and stuff, you kept that very under wraps. Like, I didn't have anything massive. That was just like a personal gut feeling. You didn't give anything away. There was only a few things you'd said before the holiday where I thought,
Like what?
like, are you definitely getting your nails done for Grace? Make sure she's good. When would you ever?
Nat's not a dramatic person, but when Nat's got things thinking, she'll splurt it out, and then I'm quite like, I'll be stressed with her. So when I then get stressed, I word vomit, and then I would say stuff like that, rather than just being like a bit more of a typical bloke of like, if it's bad, it's
Before
bad.
we went, you didn't really give much away though.
No, I think that's because I knew, like,
You going to an
I had
event
it all to
3
come.
times and me not coming with you in London was a big, like, where is he going? But
yeah, but
it was
Nat
only
still
after-
sat this the other day going, can I come? No, Nat, you can't.
It was just ironic, like, you went to like 2 or 3 events, didn't really enjoy any of them, didn't get gifted from any of them, didn't have anything to show, and I was a bit like, oh, okay. But I never saw the ring or anything. We'll touch on that bit after. But the only inklings I had from the day was where we were was 40 mile an hour winds. Ethan must have asked for the past 2 days before the engagement, everyone that he met, is it going to be windy on this night?
Yeah. In hindsight, Nat could smell a rat in a sewer, so I knew at some point she would have got a gist anyway. So the only thing I can take away from it, in a surprising manner, is like Nat said to me that it was way better than she thought it was gonna be, which is like a backhanded compliment, but I took it like solely as a
No,
compliment.
but it's also, I said to you, no matter what inklings I had and what, like,
you didn't
tingles,
expect that.
Yeah, when I went down to my mum's room, because even another inkling was, he held me hostage in the room, was like, do not come down. So I went to my mum's room at 7, which was the time we were allowed down, and he said, oh no, we've had to move bars. I was like, we've been down there for an hour, so why have you got to move bars in the hotel? For my mum to be like, your dad's being weird with me as well, because my dad knew the whole thing. So I said to my mum, oh, I think I'm going to get proposed to tonight. She was like, I don't have an engagement dress. And she was adamant it wasn't going to happen. She was like, what gives you that inkling? I thought she was in on it, but she wasn't. But that's when I said to you, like, take all inklings out of it. I genuinely didn't know you could pull it out of the bag as perfect as everything I wanted as that. Like, one of my biggest things was no red roses, no will you marry me signs, no public places. Like, I wanted it quite discreet, intimate, and very, not casual, very toned down, neutral vibes.
Nat quite likes, you like luxury but simple, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I like it to look like effort's been put into it, but I don't want anything tacky.
Like,
I don't
if I'd
want
have had
big
fireworks and
Oh,
stuff
yeah, no, I'd have
behind,
passed out.
Nat, yeah, like, it would have been a no-go.
So yeah, I had inklings, but it was way better than I ever expected it. E, how long did it take for you to plan Natalie? Ethan, how long did it take you to plan, and Natalie, did you have a clue it was going to happen? So I've already touched on that. So how
long did it take me to plan? Well, obviously we moved in the house about November. Like, I like doing things quite traditionally, like old school, in like a certain like sort of way. Obviously, there's not really right way to do things, but
Your preferred way.
Yeah, I wanted to get in the house and get a bit more cemented in here first and stuff. But I would say that I started looking around January, and just sort of having a dabble of like what I sort of thought that Nat would want.
No, I went and tried a ring.
Yeah, that'd be another way of like bit of advice and a question that we'll sort of get onto. But for me, like, I started looking and having a nosy like prices and what I'm looking at, and like phone calls with the accountant and stuff, like planning stuff. But I'd say I started seriously looking about March, and then I found the one that I wanted to have for Nat, and it was bespoke, so it was made, so it took like a month. And then I probably had it in the house hired in for about 2 months, 3 months.
Got a funny touch to do on that.
And then obviously I did it in June. But I wouldn't say, obviously there's always stressful parts to it, and like, you know.
Would you say one of your most stressful parts was bringing it home from London?
One of them, yeah.
Like, was you panicking a lot?
One of them, yeah. I wouldn't say like, I think any...
You thought if there's one day I don't want to get robbed, it's today.
And also, yeah, of course, 100%. Like, I took the biggest man bag, like, and it was underneath a jacket. But I'd say it was one of the most stressful things of like pranging, like zip bag, and like I was in like near Hatton Garden, which is like a hot spot for it. Do you know what I mean?
So really, you went through the stress of making sure it was not only right, but then bringing it home, hiding it for 2 months, getting it to the airport without me knowing, or it going off in security, or being able to put it in your suitcase and that suitcase going missing. Like, there's a lot of stressful factors. To a point, when he proposed, he was like, you deal with the rest.
No, yeah, I did need a day.
I needed a minute.
But I think it was one of them, like, I'm quite a simple brother. Like, I do overthink stuff, but I think everything you just rattled off, I thought I was quite chilled about. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I might have been pranging about it up here, because even like the airport thing, I had it in my hand luggage because I was like, there's no way it's going in hold.
And going missing.
Like, that's cat. There's no way it's happening. But like, I put it in a bit of my bag where, like, if I squeezed and hunched my back, I would be able to feel the box it was in.
Yeah.
So every now and then I'd just, like, hunch over, like, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Make sure no one's just like...
Yeah, and just know, like, okay, box is still there, box is still there.
Yeah.
And then every time, I did check on it throughout the couple of days before I did it, because obviously we were about 4 or 5 days deep into the holiday when I did it. And every time you were in the shower, I would just stare at it. But to be fair, and every time... From when I got it in the house, so from like Aprilish to June, I think Nat had been away like 2 more times or something for like 2-3 days, like work-wise, and that's when I could like be a giddy child and like start looking at it.
I went to get a hat, and Ethan keeps his hat in the same place as where this dictionary, like tin dictionary safe was. As I've gone to get this hat, I've looked and seen this dictionary and thought, why on earth is there a dictionary tin? But I just genuinely didn't even think of it.
It didn't look like a tin though, because I had it facing the other way. If I had it the other way around, you would have seen, why is there a key code?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So I remember seeing this dictionary thinking, right, weird. And I just like moved on, like didn't think anything about it. But now he was like, oh yeah, it was in there. And I was like, that is nuts.
And guess what I did all my thinking? Like a classic bloke.
On the toilet.
On the toilet. We try and do as many as we can, guys, but obviously love and appreciation, but we have got so many to try and pick and choose.
We'll try not to cover the same thing. We'll try and do as many individuals. A lot of times you do get the same question.
Sahira asks, are you going to have your wedding abroad or in the UK?
You know what is the funniest thing?
We've actually had a conversation about that, haven't we?
I promise you, from the age of 12, 13, when you start realising like, oh my god, like a wedding's like a princess, it's like a dream. I have always said I'd do it abroad, and specifically like Amalfi Coast, Lake Como, Italy, somewhere very like European but classy. And it was only when I actually got engaged, I was like, I'm doing it in England. Like, and we knew that. We'd kind of already said, hadn't we, like Amalfi Coast through and through. You just jumped on it and was like, okay with that. And that was like perfect. We said, yeah, Amalfi Coast. Like, even when we used to look for weekends away, we were like, oh my God, the Amalfi Coast. But as soon as I got engaged, we spoke just briefly. And I was like, I think I'd do it in England. And Ethan was like, yeah. And I think one of our biggest reasons is just, I like to feel really involved in the things I plan. And as much as we've got a wedding planner, the idea of like, not being round the corner from a venue to check on things, do things. I don't want to have to pack for it. Like, I go away enough, whether that's leisure or work, that I think it's actually quite a homely thing to have it here. Plus we've got grandparents, and my granddad's got dementia, and I don't think he'd be able to fly. And politely, it's like, I'd rather see the faces like that on my wedding day pictures than the flowers in the background.
It's like, it's one of them things of like a lot can happen in a year. So like, if we were going to sit here and say hypothetically it was going to be 2027, we've still got loved ones who are probably at like an older age, aren't they? So like, and it's not planning around them, but it's obviously, it's mine and Nat's wedding. If we want to accommodate for loved ones, that's our decision. Do you know what I mean? And
Also,
it just
you know
would be
what
nice,
else?
wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Just thinking, if you want to go watch my TikTok, I've got so much hate on that video, but my wedding rules, I've said, and it's theoretical, and everyone keeps saying that you will not agree with any of my wedding rules. We have discussed them already.
Facts.
But when I said no kids, these things can change. But if I stuck to that, which by the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with having
Not at all.
an adults only wedding.
Not at all.
If you did go away and I was standing my ground and said I don't want any kids there, that's quite hard for people to get cover for kids if they're going away without them. Whereas England's a little bit more flexible. Like if they wanted to come for an hour or two, do you know what I mean? And it's not, guys, by the way, it's not that me and Ethan don't like kids or any other what on earth was that? It's not that we don't like kids, and like people have commented like we've recently just become an auntie and uncle, like yesterday when this is filmed, and I might get to stay and think, you know what, I want a page boy or a flower girl, but as of right now I don't want kids, and I don't think anybody's in their right mind to tell me and Ethan what we should do on our wedding. So
realistically, if I sat there and I went, do you know what, I want all my grooming pink, get on with it. You're gonna do it. Like, it's my wedding, do you know what I mean? And I would be the exact same if my friends got married or whatever. Like, if I didn't like the colour purple for a tie, but they went, we're having purple ties, I'd wear a purple tie, do you know what I mean? Like, it's the one day of my life, like, keep it shut, it's moving a lot like a rat.
There's having respect boundaries as well. Like, I'm not sat there going, oh God, I can't stand kids, I don't want them. It's just, I don't want kids crying, I don't want the dance floor to have kids on it. Like, I love kids, that day I just don't want kids involved. If I had my own, maybe it'd be different, but I don't.
And I think, do you know what it also is? Like, everyone that is there who is an adult, we want to be present, if you know what I mean? Like, as well, that's also a thing, because I know, like, if we had kids, hypothetically, and we went to a wedding, it's always going to be one of us watching and not present in the moment.
A lot of people commented that, actually, saying, when I've gone to weddings, I love when it says no kids. As much as I love my kids, I actually enjoy having a night. Someone's at the door.
Probably your parcel.
I hope so. Wait, right there.
Shock, it was a parcel for Nat. But yeah, in hindsight, that's...
No, that's what I was saying. A lot of people commented saying they love having their free time, and then I get other people did comment and say not everyone's got a close enough circle or the finances to get child cover, and I get that, but like I said, it's our day, so we do what's best for us, and we put that out there to everybody, and what appeals to you, we'd never hold a grudge and say, oh, they can't come because of childcare. We completely get it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think abroad,
that
wouldn't work.
It's just like I said, I'm probably a bit more cutthroat than that, where it's just like, but I would say in the most respectful way as we can, like, that is a you problem. Like, we'd love you to be there, and if you can work something out, great. If you can't, completely understand.
Absolutely fine.
That's the lowdown. But in regards to a wedding abroad and in England, we've both settled on, we want to do it somewhere like nice and traditional-ish here. Do you know what I mean?
Have a look at some questions. Oh, here's a good one. Harley said, what type of wedding do you both want? I'm glad we've kind of agreed on the kind of wedding.
It's not even like a bloke agree. Like, there's one of two styles that I like. One is a bit more like, because of my background, like the idea of like a chapel wedding. but then the other side
A
is
church.
a church or a chapel wedding. Yeah.
No, but my background is we're both Christian basically.
Yeah.
And my family all got married in churches.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, it was probably a lot more common back in the
It's
day.
a generational thing.
Yeah, it's a bit
isn't
more of a generation, but I'm a bit more vintage than you. You're a bit more modern, aren't you? You can admit that.
I said to Ethan, you know what? It's the windows in a church, stunning. Like the brick, the building work, they are beautiful. And if I could find a church that matched the idea that we both settled on, I would do it. But the only thing I found with the churches, I've actually not looked into that many churches. I might have a little gander tonight.
All right.
But, and it's going to sound like such a minor, but you'll get where I'm coming from because you know me. When I'm walking down the aisle, I don't want to be on a crisscross dark blue, navy, green,
Yeah,
red
colours are
carpet.
key. Colours are key, and I
Yeah.
think obviously like every church is different, but the vibe that we like and the colours we like, it'd be
Neutral.
very hard. Yeah, it'd be very hard to accommodate for that if we did
Yeah.
find a church or a chapel or whatever.
We also aren't going to give too much away because
Nah.
we won't. But we've got our colour schemes sorted. We've got the idea of the building sorted. We've got.
And this was all before we even got engaged.
Oh,
so we
I've
knew all of
got
this.
hidden Pinterest boards and notes pages
Okay.
since forever. So, yeah. But also just like the idea we've both settled on colours and like table decor and what we want around us.
Yeah.
I don't think a church
We are
would do
both
that.
quite similar taste. I just think
Yeah.
we've also got a different side to each other that is very different. But
We're
we've also
both-
got quite good
yeah.
common ground.
If you split me and you in half of me is very different to Ethan and half of you is very different to me, but that 50-50, we're very, very
We can agree
similar.
on, and that 50-50 equals 100, so it's like, okay, we'll go with that.
Like I did worry when I used to show Ethan like wedding plans and stuff, he was going to go, oh no, I don't like that. But everything I've said, like, you know, naturally as a woman, like I take control over everything.
Yeah.
But I always value an opinion, and there's not anything that you've said that I don't agree with. And
Yeah,
sometimes he said something where I've thought, oh, I don't like that idea, but then I've actually sat down, thought about it and gone, yeah, actually, that does make sense. It's not
Really? You never told me.
No, I don't have to. God. Just think a church would be lovely. I might just have a look just in case. Like, it's not to say that we would never go and look at one, but the idea of what we've got, and I'm going to whisper it, wouldn't appeal to a church.
No.
And I
The
can't
one
say
we
too
like.
much.
Yeah, the one
The
we
one we're in love with doesn't give church.
Yeah. No, I do hear
But
it.
it also gives traditional British, Bridgerton. That's all I can
Okay,
explain.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I'm surprised you knew that because you never watched that.
I've never watched it, but...
You know, I know, like Downton Abbey.
Oh,
Downton
darling.
Abbey, darling.
I love Steve with the cows.
What was it called? The Orangery or something?
Oh, the Orangery in
The
Downton
Orangery and the
Abbey.
Chateau and the... Yeah.
Oh yes, darlings, lovely.
Yeah. Next question, and this is obviously more for you to answer. Callista asks, did you know your parents would be there? Were you already on holiday with them?
So obviously, traditionally, you ask the dad of the
The
bride.
bride.
Yeah. So he asked for permission. Very traditional. Love that. About a year ago, we just had one of them chats where you get all deep, and I was like thinking about things I'd like for engagements, and said, you know, I'll put it out there now. So if you did it next year, 5 years, like you've got an idea. I am ridiculously close to my family, especially well, it's only me and my brother, but us four as a Nick are like very tight. And my mum's like my best friend, and one of my requests was, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but I think I would really love like my mum and dad to be there for my big day. Not my wedding, but the engagement. And I found it actually touched me a little bit that we got the videographer to film them walking out, and like I said previously, my mum actually had no idea whatsoever. Like, I don't think she believed it was going to happen yet, and my dad obviously was in on the whole thing, and he's a really bad liar. And I remember seeing my mum's face, because me and my mum walked down to my dad whilst you were stood there like this waiting for me. My dad's pretending to be on the phone and going, Dee, come on, like we need to go up to reception. I'm going, well, where am I going? So my mum's looking at me, I'm looking at my mum, because I already said to her, I think I'm getting engaged. So she's looking at me, and I was like, what do I do with my phone? It doesn't fit in my bag. So she's gone up, and even after that moment, my dad still didn't tell my mum that he was about to propose. He told my mum that Ethan had got our friends over for me hitting 500k, and from that, my mum still believed him. So when my mum came down, it was only when she saw me surrounded by petals and candles that she realised what just happened, and she just started crying, and she just kept kissing me. And for me, that was like so special to have them there. A lot of people, I think, not look down on it, but probably wouldn't have wanted that. But like I said, I'm so lucky. Like, me and my mum are the bestest of friends. Like, they're the best parents, and to have them share that will forever be special. But I also like how you did it, and you and my dad planned that was our moment, and then they came down to join us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. And like the thing is, once again, it's like it's your perspective on your relationship and stuff like that. Like as much
You
as
prioritised what was important to me that day.
yeah,
and that
facts.
stood out
Like
in
I
my
know
head.
that I'm getting engaged as well and stuff, but I completely and utterly resonate with the idea that the engagement is about the girl. Do you know what I mean? I do understand that, and I know that Nat doesn't force that on me. But it's like I want to make her dream come true. So if that was anything, if that was something that would really top it off and make it happy for her, like why would I not try and accommodate that? That was just my opinion. Like I just wanted her crying and happy and everything like that. Like in that moment, like as much as my arse was falling out and I was nervous and I was so excited and stuff. Like for me, like that day was I wanted it to be more about Nat and what Nat's always dreamt of.
He
do you know
said
what
to
I mean?
my dad, like my dad at one point when they were getting stressed about external factors, were like, we might have to get Nat's mum involved, and Ethan was like, no, don't tell her I want her crying as well.
Yeah, like I was adamant, like because Nat, like I said before, Nat could smell a rat in a sewer. It was like we might have to keep Dina in the loop to like sway her. Dina's Nat's mum, obviously, and
Ladina.
shout out Ladina. But I said no, like I don't want that. Like I want it as genuine, like for Nat and her mum as it can be. So like
And
avoid
it
it at
was.
all costs. And it was a lovely moment to, you know, just to even like watch as like a not fly on the wall because obviously I was there and a part of it, but just to see it happen.
Just wait right there. Sorry guys, my neighbours literally just got home and I'd bought their newborn baby some little vests. Well, I got my nephew one and then it was... Oh no, can I have a cheese string, please? We're in Tesco's and it was like £10 for £15 for 10 vests, all with like little animals and stuff on. So I thought I'd just grab next door one because it's hot as well. So they were like little short sleeve ones. So I thought they were cute. And can a baby ever have too many vests, bibs and stuff? So yeah, I'm a gift giver. I can't help it. Oh my goodness, thank you. Tell you what, a cheese string a day keeps the doctors away. There's only one way to eat a cheese string, babe. What are you eating?
I'm eating my snacks that you said I would never eat, and they're all gone now.
That's good.
Did you feel ready to get engaged?
So ready, oh my god.
I know, but I think obviously that's in hindsight of the 2 years. But
I'll say it, and I'll say it again.
didn't know,
I feel like I've known you forever. I had the chat with Ethan the other day, not to get too deep, but my granddad passed away 3 or 4 years ago, and when I speak to Ethan, I genuinely sit there and I'm like, I can't comprehend that you never met him, because his passing only feels like yesterday, but also I feel like I've known you since I was like 4.
That's cute.
I can't genuinely, I'm not going to get soppy guys, I know Ethan's going to love to hear this, I cannot picture what my life was like before you.
That's
Like,
cute.
I can't picture my life without you in it, but I think it's just mental, like past experiences, relationships, everything, none of it feels real. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's just been you and it's always been you. And every time, I don't know if you believe in this stuff, like clairvoyance, but the one I went to see and I really recommend her, she was in Liverpool. When you go, she asks you like who you're with, like you put their name down and their date of birth when you get there, so she can't look it up. And when she looked into me and Ethan, she was like, you have been together in every past life. And she was like, talking through Ethan's past life, I won't get into a hole with it, but everything made sense, spoke about my past lives. I'd seen her twice and everything came up at the same time. And she said like, yeah, you've been together forever, like every single past life, like, and we say, don't we, I'll find you in every lifetime. And if I don't make it to the next lifetime, I'll haunt you.
That's cute. Do I feel ready to get engaged? Yeah, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. I think it was just a case of like when you know, like obviously we've said to you about like the Love Island time, and we have spent a lot of time together, and we never really argued, to be fair. Like any time we've ever had bickers or arguments, we've had bickers because
They've
we're
been
both
valid.
yeah, they've been valid, and it's always like external factors. But any time we've like bickered, it's just because we're quite like both very outspoken people.
We've also only ever bickered, like you said, about external factors where it's like we've either been brought into something or it's got nothing to do with us, and then our opinions have to get involved, when really between me and you there was never even an issue, was there? So we actually, not with my cheese string, I'm okay, thank you.
Fair.
But you know what I said to my mum actually? She was like, I was like, oh my god, I feel so grown up because I'm engaged, and like, because I always see it as like, as much as people see me as the age I am, I feel like I'm 18. I'm still the 12-year-old Natalie because I've never grown up inside my head, but like in a sense of I've got my entire life's memories to think I'm still this young girl, which I am. But if anyone else in my past lives, past relationships proposed, I'd have had a meltdown, and the idea of anyone proposing to me used to make me feel sick. Whereas with you, it was like, I wasn't scared or anxious. It was like, this is so supposed to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like, almost like it was in God's palms, be like, you're on the right path, this should be happening. Whereas like, I think your gut feelings and your anxiety, if sometimes you take a swerve off the wrong path, that's why that happens, is because you're not meant to do that.
Yeah. You know what sounds really weird, like in hindsight, like, I know you touched on the clairvoyance, it's not to get deep, but it is mad. Like, I know I always say to Nat, like, and some of my friends would be able to vouch for me. Like, I used to say, like, I'm 25 now, but I used to say when I was like 21, 22, I genuinely reckon I'm going to be like one and done. Like, I reckon that's just how I am. Like, I reckon I'll just have one relationship and I'll just know, and that'll be it. So the longer we've been together, I feel like that's just that idea of thinking has just solidified even more. So
I
like,
had to get my heart broken. Like, you didn't show up soon enough for me.
No.
You were being patient.
Yeah, no, I was well patient. Like, to the point I got it tattooed on me. But it was like, for me, I knew I was always going to be like a one and done sort of person. And I just think, like, I look back now and I'm like living that, like, thing that I manifest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think it's really nice. Well, obviously for me...
I've heard a lot of your family and friends say that about you, actually. They've always said, you'll be one and done.
Yeah.
Like, you've had your fair share of being single your whole life, you were ready to settle and go.
Yeah.
And I've always been in relationships.
Yeah, me and Nat in different things, but I'm not a very, like, any of my friends, I'm not half-hearted in anything. Like, no, but that's what I'm saying, certain things you're not either. But your half-heartedness also comes from impatience, you know what I mean? Like, you just do it and you do it properly first time, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I just knew so quickly that where I would self-sabotage usually to protect myself, I didn't need to protect myself with you.
No.
You protected me more than ever I could ever for myself, and I think that mattered way more than being on a self-love journey. And I like love that everybody goes through their own things, and a lot of people I always like, when I give relationship advice, say like, love yourself first, do this, do that.
No, straight facts, I completely agree with that.
No, yeah, 100. And for me, I was like, that's what I was trying to do, but then you came along and that's pretty much everything covered for engagement questions. There was a lot of repetitive questions in there, so we tried to cover everything. But if you've got any more, just comment below and we will answer some more, DM us and we'll get through those. All I've got to do now, babe, is plan a wedding.
More stress.
Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we love you lots.